Tonight is mostly about the opportunity to do what you've already been doing outside, which is networking and getting together and getting to know some of the other IAFM members region and from around the UAE. But at the same time, we thought we'd try and give you some specific food for thought tonight before the actual food arrives, which is a discussion on the whole situation of inflation in the Gulf at the moment. Of course, you know, there's a lot of debate around the peg of the US dollar, and there's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen with the dirham currency, and there's been some of the exchanges refusing to take US dollars and things like that. I hope that's not your exchange, is it, Osama? Now, I was in Qatar just a couple of days ago where we had a meeting with the Qatar Financial Centre, and in the paper that day was the announcement about the latest inflation figures showing 14% inflation. Now, one of the biggest problems that we seem to have in the Gulf is there's growing demand, but the infrastructure hasn't quite caught up to the demand in terms of people coming into the region and the investment that's coming into the region. So as a result, you get rental properties skyrocketing, the price of properties also being speculated on in the market here. Then you have to add into the mix the US dollar and the low US dollar price, and suddenly you've got a recipe for some very interesting economic environment. So I'd like to invite three of our esteemed board members to join us in this discussion this evening. I think most of you know them or know of them from our various communications, but please join me in welcoming them. First of all, Michael Price. Michael Price is with the Investment Advisory Group for HSBC Private Bank. He's a lead strategist there. Michael also has a second life and a third life. Second life is as a IAFM accredited trainer, and he's run a number of programs for us, like the Private Equity Specialist, the Fund and Asset Manager, and most recently the Emerging Markets programs. And from the reports, does a very good job of that too. But he also writes for the Straits Times and a number of other newspapers. He puts a column together, so he's not short of an opinion, which is ideal when you're having a panel discussion like this. Secondly, Osama Arama. Osama is the General Manager, Managing Director for the Al Fadan Exchange here in the UAE, in Dubai, and well across the UAE. The Al Fadan Exchange, and I hope I'm not giving you any secrets, does many billions of dirhams in trade each year in foreign exchange. Well, let's say how much. Chairman of the Banking and Finance Subcommittee or Subgroup for the Dubai Polity Group, and he has the secondary role there of being the Chief Financial Officer for the Dubai Polity Group. You've probably seen Osama. He's often a commentator on BBC, CNBC Arabia, and the local papers here, and like Michael, he's very well informed on these matters in respect to the exchange and the peg, and I'm sure he has some very interesting comments to make tonight as well. The third member of our panel is Gordian Gaita. Gordian is a renowned world-class consultant. I'm saying this also because he's a shareholder in IAFM, but no. Gordian also runs our IAFM Asia operation, so we're especially glad to have him up here for this event. Gordian's also one of our trainers, but his background is as a leading consultant in the banking and financial services sector. He used to be the head of business